Phil, can you please get us started with opening remarks?
Evening, guys. It feels like a relief, really, to halt the run. Six game losing streak seems to be our figure. After the defeat the other day, I've got to say I went straight back to looking back at sort of like my notes and thinking about what we did after New England and then what we did to change that. And I've got to say the first thing that came to my mind was Federico and Gonzalo up front. Why? Because they give us a little bit of control and experience. And from the game the other day, even though probably maybe surprised that Rodolfo didn't start, it was more I had a feeling about Federico in this game because I knew that Toronto didn't have that much pace in their team. It was a game where I knew I was going to have a lot of the ball. I thought it would have really suited both of them up front, and I thought that was and going back to the system as well. Obviously, changing back to 4-2-3-1 was something that we'd toyed with for the previous game. Probably we thought that without Figal, we thought that the back three was beginning to come to an end because of the personnel that we had, and it would suit Kelvin better at right back, and it would give us an extra person in midfield, and Lewis and Indy give us really good energy. So we took that decision a couple of days ago to change the system and to change a few of the personnel in there, and I think it suited us. We knew we was playing against a team that probably was in a worse situation with us, that had nothing to play for. We knew that they were going to probably rotate the players because they've got Montreal at home on Saturday. So it just felt like the perfect evening for us with the 3 goals that we scored. And I think, did we play brilliant? No, I don't think we did. I thought we could have kept the ball better. But it just feels like a relief that we've just halted the slide a little bit. And I think the coming out of the game, thinking about Saturday's game, Leandro obviously suspended for Saturday's game. Jay Chapman probably will be out for Saturday's game with nasty kick on his ankle, real nasty kick. Gregory took a real nasty kick on his foot in the last minute, which was probably a real poor tackle, I thought, in that stage of the game. Probably frustration from the boy, but Gregory is in a lot of pain in there. So we're gonna have to probably count the numbers Thursday, Friday. Nobody probably that's out from tonight's game will be back for Saturday. So what you saw tonight is what you'll get on Saturday, minus Leandro. I think we had 15 outfield players, did we, tonight? Yeah, 15 outfield players. So you're then going into the realms of hardship again. So we'll obviously look at that over the next few days. But it's nice to have a winning feeling.
If you have a question in the room, please raise your hand. We'll get started with Lauren, then Michelle.
Thanks, Rafa. Hi, Phil.
Hi, Lauren.
A win at home, 2 goals off a set piece, a clean sheet. You've been away from home for a long time. Can you just talk about what it means to come back and play in front of the fans?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, the yesterday, I think it was Thursday actually, somebody said, oh, you've been on the road for 4 weeks and we've not been at home for 4 weeks. And yesterday, straight after the training session, I ordered all the staff out the building by 1:30 because I thought these staff have been working their absolute socks off, and I thought that the energy around the place the last couple of days had just dropped. The defeat against Columbus had hit us really hard, and so I sent everybody home. I said, get home, enjoy your family, have a beer, come back tomorrow ready to go again. And because road trips in this country are big and they're brutal, and to be on the road for 4 weeks I think was really a tough stretch, and it's a tough stretch because you lose games as well, and that's the thing. So we now got the win. We now look forward to the game on Saturday. We now look forward to playing in front of our unbelievable supporters again, and we said to them, four more games, 4 more wins. That's all we can ask for. Results, I think, are going for us tonight. You never know what might happen. I've looked at every permutation. We just got to make sure that we go on a run now, and the players are excited for Saturday. Thanks, Don.
Next question, Michelle.
I want to ask about the corner kicks. You 2 corner kick goals, not just one. You hadn't had any all season. Can you just talk about that? I mean, just everything went right tonight, and just talk specifically about those 2 goals and being able to score off corners.
Have you heard the English saying London buses? you wait a long time for one and two come at the same time type thing. That's what we said on the bench. But no, I mean, I've got to say we've worked incredibly hard on set plays this year. It's been one of my biggest disappointments, I've got to say, because we've worked that hard on them, and I feel as if we've had a couple of half chances, but we've not delivered. We've not delivered the right balls. We've not attacked the right spaces. And I feel as if sort of like the players now need to, they needed to deliver from a set play, and they delivered twice. Gonzalo taking them. We spoke to Lewis yesterday. He was fine, no problem. He gets his goal, and hopefully now that is another way of us scoring. So yeah, I'm pleased. It's been a long time coming. We've worked really hard, and we've got an outstanding coach that's got innovative ideas that should have got better rewards for the work that he was doing, and I think the players have appreciated him in that dressing room tonight.
Next question, Franco.
Hey Phil, congrats on the victory. You touched on the different reasons or different factors that went into your decision to change the formation today to the 4-2-3-1. But what was the biggest thing, the biggest factor? Because even during this losing streak, you had stuck with the 5 in back line. What was it that you said going into tonight, we need to go to the 4-2-3-1, and obviously it paid dividends? Federico maybe is the biggest reason. I don't know what was the biggest reason for you.
Yeah, I think I suppose to get the players back in there, probably number one position. Lewis Morgan, you think about Lewis Morgan, he's had to toil all season. He's had to toil the last 2 months playing wing back, and it just got to the point where I thought he needed a release. He needed a release from that position of the defensive responsibility, the work rate that's required. Kelvin's been playing in the middle of the back three or the right of a back three. I thought it's time to put them in the best positions. We've been covering the holes a little bit, covering up the cracks, and now it's time to put them in the best positions. And I felt that those players, you think about Kelvin's performance tonight, you think about Lewis's performance tonight, you think about they were back to their probably best. They look freer. And Saturday gives us another problem. Without really, we've got Christian McCoon as our only centre-back, so you're thinking about maybe Blaise Matuidi, maybe Breck Shea. You may have to go to the 3 at the back as well, just to give us that extra bit of experience, but we'll see. Whoever plays will, I'm sure, will be up for the challenge.
Next question, Jose.
Thank you. Phil, congratulations on the win. Do you think you have given Inter Miami fans a reason to believe tonight with the performance? Thank you.
I hope so, because we do believe. We're treating it as a mini tournament this now. Whatever's gone on before and we can't affect, we're treating it as a mini tournament, and ultimately we want to win every game. I think what we want to do, we just want to win the next game, and let's build momentum again, because you can't go from losing 6 to then thinking you can win the next 4 without building some kind of momentum, confidence, belief. Hopefully we can have that over the next week of games. The next game is always the biggest game. It'll determine whether we can make the playoffs or not for us to live another day. So that's what Saturday gives us.
Next question, Ian.
Hey Phil. You talked about the center backs over there, but I'm curious as to the wing backs, what their responsibility is. You noticed a lot tonight that they were just stomping instead of moving forward. Are you still trying to push that wide game plan with them to get them forward, or is it more of a flat 4 now?
In terms of which players we talking?
Oh, like Breck and Kelvin. And,
well,
yeah.
I think what we said tonight was because Pozuelo and Soteldo, they played in little pockets. We wanted to be really solid. You think about the goals that we've conceded is when we've been really wide open. We wanted to create a little bit of solidity. So and the ball's on one side, we allowed our fullbacks to go, but ultimately we wanted the other fullback to stay. It's like probably the messages that I was getting 15 years ago as a fullback. One fullback goal, the other one covers, rather than having sort of like Dani Alves and Roberto Carlos on either wing and developing that mentality. We're not in that form. We're not in that rhythm at the moment where we can afford to be really wide open and take massive risks like that. We wanted solidity, and I thought both fullbacks did their job outstanding tonight. And against two really good young wingers, I've got to say I've been impressed with those wingers all season. I've watched a lot of them both in the USL and in the first team. Schaffelberg, I think's played really well against us. Probably one of their standout players. And I told him that at the end. And they've got some really good young players there.
Last question, Dairo.
Thank you, Rafa. Hi, Phil. Congratulations on the win. I wanted to ask you about Federico Higuain. How much did he contribute in that offensive game? And I'm asking that because he hasn't been having those much opportunities, especially in the starting lineup. And I think that he did pretty well during the whole first time and the time that he was on the pitch. So if you can talk to us a little bit about it, please.
Yeah, well, he's got really good experience. His attitude is fantastic. He plays every game as if it's his last. When I say to them before the game, go out there and play the game that you fell in love with, and he plays it like that. He tries to win every ball. He runs for every tackle. He runs for every knockdown. He wants to do a good thing for the team. He's a real team player. And he's got quality, and I think his partnership with Gonzalo gets the best out of Gonzalo, and I think what we see with Gonzalo when Federico plays, I think his physical stats go higher, and I think that is subconscious. I think that's the way that I'm going to fight for my brother next to me, and they like playing with each other. They have an understanding of playing with each other. They know where each other is. They know what passes they want for each other. So I thought tonight was a perfect game for them. Saturday might be different. 2 days time, can he go again? I brought Gonzalo off just to save him for Saturday because he's a big player for us, but he's a joy to coach, he's a joy to manage, he's a joy to have around the place. He's a tremendous example to everybody about what you should behave like as a professional footballer. And he's a great example to this football club and he's the type of person that you want around this football club.
Thank you, Coach.
Go on, Michelle. Last one, because we won.
Okay, thank you. Seeing what they did tonight and seeing the two brothers playing so well together, do you think you'll have second thoughts and wonder whether you should have done this earlier in some of those other games?
The Cincinnati away, he was starting the game, and then he felt his hamstring before the game, set him back for 10 to 14 days, and then it took him a while to get back to rhythm. I thought when he came on against Columbus on Saturday, I thought he had that sharpness back. In the previous games, I thought like maybe Portland, it was like he was just okay. So I think from his injury, first time he's ever got an hamstring injury, it's took him a while to get back into the rhythm. And today was the perfect game for him. I thought that. I go back to the Philadelphia game when you need people on the pitch with real courage to play and not the courage to play, but the courage to inspire others around him. I think Fede does that to this team. How long he can do it for is you are looking all the time for little signals, and can he do it every single game? Maybe not, but he's got that inspiration. He talks to players, he manages players, he coaches players on the field, and that's why when he finishes his career, I think he'll be an outstanding coach.